What's going on, folks? My name is Justin Freed, and I'm joined today by Jets punter Thomas Morstead. Thomas, how you doing today? What's going on, man?
I'm great. Just enjoying a little breakfast, doing a little multitasking this morning, watching the kids and talking with you.
There you go. I appreciate you taking the time, of course. You're kind of taking time away from, I guess, your vacation of sorts because, OTAs are done, spring practices are done. Before we kind of fully dive in, just, give me some of your quick takeaways from the spring. What was the whole experience like for you?
It was great. It was, it's exciting. Teams building, guys are getting to know each other. Obviously, expectations are high. So it was really good.
Awesome. Yeah. And of course, you had the opportunity to reunite with so many familiar faces this spring, guys like Thomas Hennessy, Justin Hardy, Coach Brant Boyer. So what was it like seeing some of your old teammates and just kind of being back up at Florham Park again?
It was great. I would just stay with either Hennessy or Boyer when I'd get up there for a few practices at a time. So that was nice of those guys. Biggest reason I came back was just being around those guys. The people you work with day in and day out, has more to do with your enjoyment of your work than anything. So I'm excited to be around those guys more.
For sure, man. I'm sure they're happy to have you back. Now, like you said, you were with the Jets in 2021. That team won 4 games, right? So I think it goes without saying that there are kind of different aspirations for the team this season. Have you noticed maybe like a different vibe with the team this spring? Any noticeable differences between your first stint and now?
Yeah, just even being in Miami last year, noticed a difference in the team just playing against them. There's obviously a lot of familiar faces, but it's a totally different team. They're definitely, building things in the right direction. So I'm just super excited to be along for the ride and hopefully contribute when called upon.
For sure, for sure. Now, I feel like I have to ask this one. You've had the privilege of playing with some great quarterbacks throughout your NFL career. Of course, Drew Brees is the first one that comes to mind. What's it been like working alongside Aaron Rodgers this spring?
Well, I don't know if I'd say working alongside other than maybe a little gym action, working out. But, he's a guy that, energy is elevated. There's an aura. And, like I said, he's different than Drew, but similar in the fact that the kind of level of expectation of everybody just automatically rises when somebody's on the field like that. And I'm sure part of that has to do with the fact that you legitimately feel like you have a chance every Sunday. And that's super exciting.
Definitely. And now, Rodgers isn't the only new high-profile teammate of yours. In your year away from the Jets last season, they added quite a few young and talented players. We're talking Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson. Of course, Brees is still working his way back from that knee injury. What's it been like seeing those guys out there every day? And I know you're not working alongside them directly, but maybe you'll see them on the field. What's it been like working with them?
Yeah, you can just see the talent. There's talent everywhere. And there's a good vibe in the locker room, just the way the guys get along with each other. There's a lot of banter. It's one of the locker room is one of the purest, places to work as far as just, it's not corporate America. And obviously you have HR and certain things you can and can't say, but it's a nice place to be. Guys can be themselves. And, I think that's why so many guys, when they're done playing, they always say they miss the locker room. That environment there's nothing like it.
And what's this Jets locker room like specifically? Because I feel like you've been on a lot of older teams, especially with the Saints. I feel like you're on a lot of older teams throughout your career. This is a very young roster. So is there any kind of a difference you've noticed?
Yeah, I think you guys think the roster is younger than it is. If you actually go look at it, I think there's about 10 guys that have 10 or more years, which is very much an outlier. So there's a lot of guys that are contributing that are younger, which is maybe why you think that. But I don't think it's as young of a roster as people think. I think you're always looking for that perfect blend of youth and experience for obvious reasons. So, but yeah, you go show me a good team, and I'll show you a team that's drafted well and that has young players that are playing on less than market contracts. And so I think the team's obviously done a great job of that, and it's a reason they're in position to do well right now.
Absolutely. I think most Jets fans would agree. I think things are kind of a little different for you this time around because, in your first stint with the Jets, you were basically brought in to kind of hold down the fort, I guess, while Braden Mann was injured. This time, you're the guy, right? You're the only punter on the roster. Does that kind of change your mindset at all, or are you going in with like the same mindset?
I think as far as the way I do things, it doesn't change anything. But as far as planning with the family and it's a big change. I mean, we're moving up there for the fall as a family, which we weren't really able to do before. So I'm really excited about that. New family experience, being together every day. That's definitely different. But I mean, at the end of the day, if you're not playing well and you're not keeping up your end of the bargain, they're going to find somebody else. So just because no one else is on the roster doesn't really mean a damn thing to me. But it is a vote of confidence about what the expectation is for me. And, that's exciting to have.
Very cool. Very cool. Let's talk a little bit about the future now, right? This upcoming season. What are you most looking forward to about this season?
Just playing. I don't have any sort of special way of saying that. I think when you get to the closer to the end of something, for me, that would be my career. I'm not saying I'm done after this season or not. I mean, I could have been done 3 years ago. I could be done in 4 more years. I don't know. I think when you get to closer to the end of something that you really love, it's impossible not to appreciate it more and to not take for granted the opportunities you have. So, I'm just looking forward to playing, being a part of it. Even though we didn't win too much when I was here 2 years ago, the fans were, it's definitely a blue collar fandemonium that was really exciting to be around. So I'm looking forward to that. And obviously, I think people are a lot of Jets fans are exploding with enthusiasm. So I'm excited to be along for the ride. It's going to be an exciting year.
Definitely. Yeah. I think that, like you said, there's a lot of optimism amongst Jets fans right now and with good reason. You know what it's like to be on a Super Bowl winning team. You've been there, you've done that, looking at this roster, being with the guys this spring. Do you think this Jets team has what it takes to win the Super Bowl this year?
I mean, I think, I don't know how else to answer that. Yeah. I mean, the team has got all the pieces that it would need, I think, to have a shot. That doesn't mean anything, though. I mean, we could go 7-10 this year if we don't handle business. And I think we have to have an attitude that we're building a new house and we got to lay a new foundation. Just because the defense was really good last year doesn't mean anything this year. We got to go out and earn it again. That goes for every group, every player. You got to go out and re-earn it. So. I would say yes, tempering that with like, we haven't done anything yet and we've got to go out and earn it. So, I think if we have collectively the right mindset about that it's going to be a really long, difficult journey and that'll maybe give us a chance. And we don't have any sort of, unreasonable arrogance or, we've got our shit together, or we figured everything out. Like, you're always going to be adjusting and fine tuning and trying to get better. I think if everybody's kind of gets obsessed in that process, then we'll have a really good shot at the end of the year.
Definitely. I mean, that's kind of the NFL in general. There are always so many really talented teams, but only one can win it. And a lot of time it comes down to luck. It comes down to hard work. And there's a lot kind of goes into it. But that was kind of a layup, easy question. There was really only one way to answer that, and it's yes. I do think I agree with you, and I think a lot of Jets fans would agree that if things go their way, this Jets team has a chance to be something special. You've got I think you got like what 6-ish weeks off until training camp starts next month. Got any big plans for the next month or so? How you spending your time off?
Yeah, I'll just be with the family, spend a good time together. Being outside, swimming, doing some hiking, biking, getting away from technology. So really looking forward to that. Be good. just to relax and enjoy each other.
There you go. Well, sorry about this, forcing you to be on technology for a sec, but
No, that's okay. All good.
I appreciate it. Yep. Thanks, man, dude. I appreciate you taking the time. I want to wish you the best of luck this season. Hopefully that Super Bowl is coming.
Oh yeah. Well, that's why I'm here. I'm excited about the chance for it, and just looking forward to the journey. It's gonna be awesome.
Awesome. I know I'm looking forward to it. I know Jets fans are as well. And Jets fans, thank you so much for watching or listening or whatever you're doing. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You guys know what to do at this point. We stream live every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern time on the Jet Press YouTube channel. Until then, I've been Justin Freed. That's been Thomas Morstead. See you guys next time.